Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Generation 1! In the last episode, we explored routes 5 and 6 on our way here to Vermillion City, and this time, we're going to see pretty much everything there is to do in Vermillion City because we arrived in a new city and that's the routine. We didn't actually talk to anyone here. It is true that a higher level Pokémon will be more powerful, but all Pokémon will have weak points against specific types, so there is no universally strong Pokémon. That's kinda true, but there's some Pokemon that just objectively don't get better when they evolve, they just fill a different role. We haven't seen many Pokemon that serve as good examples of that yet, but trust me, we will. My Pokemon was poisoned! It fainted while we were walking. Yeah, that's happened. Even if they're the same level, Pokemon can have very different abilities. A Pokemon raised by a trainer is stronger than one in the wild. It's true because of EVs, and IVs can have an influence on that too. Nothing too, interesting that we haven't already heard in here, though. Let's head next door. I'm the fishing guru! I simply love fishing, and you know I love it because love is a proper noun. Do you like to fish? No game is good without fishing. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. Receive the old rod. Fishing is a way of life. From the seas to the rivers, go out and land the big one, young one. If we head outside now, and go into our items menu, and select the old rod at the very bottom of the inventory and press use. It's a bite. This adds one new encounter to any area in the game that has a body of water, pretty much, and that encounter is Magikarp. We have already gone over Magikarp because we could buy one at Mount Moon, and we did buy one at Mount Moon, in fact. However, this is where I want to talk about its evolution, Gyarados, because in the original Red and Blue, you can only obtain Gyarados by evolving Magikarp. Gyarados is most notable for its ability to dish out powerful attacks both specially and physically, an attribute that it would lose in all future generations. Gyarados in Generation 1 has a very unique niche of being able to hit hard with moves like Thunderbolt and Blizzard, which are some of the most important offensive moves in the entire game, while also filling the generic physical attacker roles of using Body Slam and Hyper Beam. The main issue is that Gyarados' flying subtype is only to its detriment. A single electric-type move from a competently leveled Pokemon will spell the end for Gyarados, and Gyarados is also weak to the Rock type, though to a lesser extent. On top of that, in Red and Blue, Gyarados can only be obtained by evolving Magikarp, meaning you're going to be waiting a long time for it to get a decent water move, if you didn't wait for Bubble Beam. Gyarados definitely has a lot going for it, especially if you know what to look out for, but be prepared to be forced to switch out in a multitude of situations. You have anything else to say? Hello there, Winter. How are the fish biting? They're biting pretty well. It's a little weird that you know my name now. Sorry for the sudden cut, just had to heal up because I did use up some PP fighting those two Magikarps. By the way, Annabelle got a critical hit on a move that wasn't Slash, so that was something fun that you won't see very often. There's actually one more thing I need to do in the Pokemon Center that I forgot about. Alright, one more thing about fishing. If you speak to Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow after fishing, he will put a bucket on his head. Anyway, continuing on, I want to head east of here to this area that has been a mystery for 27 years. Vermillion City, the port of exquisite sunsets. I'm putting up a building on this plot of land. My Pokemon is tamping the land. Whoa, go. A Machop is stomping the land flat. It's been a mystery what he's actually trying to build here for 27 years, and it's not going to be solved anytime soon. Literally every game that has Vermillion City, he is still here with his Machop, so yeah. But anyway, just next to this site is this Pokémart. And this Pokémart actually sells two new items. Super Potions, which restore 50 HP to any Pokemon, and Ice Heals, which thaw out frozen Pokemon. It's generally good to keep Ice Heals on you, because Freeze is just a one-hit KO if you have no way to heal it, but I don't know, we aren't going to be seeing any Pokemon that has the ability to freeze our Pokemon for quite a while. Just not a lot of point right now. Let's talk to this girl. I know I passed her a couple times. We're careful about pollution. We've heard Grimer multiplies in toxic sludge. Okay, Grimer doesn't appear near here, but that's fine. This house is not the house I thought it was, but that's fine. I'm getting my Pidgey to fly a letter to Saffron in the north. Dear Pippi, I hope to see you soon. I hear Saffron had problems with Team Rocket. Vermillion appears to be safe. But not in the manga. Kuruko! We'll talk about what I mean by not in the manga in a little bit, but at least in this game, yeah, it's pretty safe. This house is the one I was thinking of. Hi, do you have a Spearow? Want to trade it for Farfetch'd? Sure. We caught a Spearow way back on Route 22, I think. We can catch its evolution in the wild, so yeah. Spearow went to trainer. For Winter Spearow, trainer sends Farfetch'd. Trainer waves farewell as Farfetch'd is transferred. Farfetch'd. Take good care of Farfetch'd. Well, thanks, pal. That's a weird thing for you to call me. Dux the Farfetch'd will be traded at whatever level the Pokemon you trade is at, so if you trade her a level 100 Spearow, you'll get a level 100 Farfetch'd. Now, Peck and Sand Attack. Let's talk about Farfetch'd real quick, because, yeah, I mean, it's a Pokemon we can get, and this is actually the only way to get it in the game. Farfetch'd sucks. It has no stat over 65 and is outclassed by every other normal flying type in the game. The main draw over, say, Spearow or its evolution Fearow is that it gets access to Swords Dance, Agility, and Slash. Sure, Swords Dance it gets pretty soon, but you need to wait until level 31 and 39 for it to get Agility and Slash, and by that point, Fearow has Drill Peck and is fast enough to actually be able to use it. I would still recommend picking up Farfetch'd though, even if it's not for a member of your team. Farfetch'd gets access to 2 HM moves that are going to be valuable for exploring, and as a result, if you aren't picking up a Mew to do the same thing, yeah, just pick it up as an HM user. Not every Pokemon is cut out for battling, but every Pokemon has something it's good for. Except you. It's also worth noting that traded Pokemon receive experience 1.5 times faster than Pokemon you caught yourself, but they'll also disobey if they're above a certain level dependent on how many gym badges you have. And we can head west here to reach the Pokémon Fan Club. All Pokémon fans, welcome! This sounds like it would be a dreadful place in real life. Pikachu has a cute animation in here. Man, he almost loves that Clefairy as much as he loves me. Oh, it is a Clefairy in this game. That line won't make sense to you now, but trust me, in a few seconds, you're gonna understand why I said that. I'm glad they let Pikachu be in love, even if we do need to tear the relationship apart eventually. Oh, by the way, if you talk to Pikachu while he's busy with Clefairy, he's fallen in love even more! I'm happy for him, but he has to stay with me. I just love my seal. It squeals when I hug it. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Cuo! Okay, well, at least it sounds pretty happy. This Clefairy is so alone in this unit. Oh, this is a Pikachu! Is this Clefairy in yellow, or am I just imagining things? I guess you'll know, because I have to get the footage still, but I don't know yet. Maybe Pikachu just falls in love with another Pikachu. Huh, my Pikachu is twice as cute as that one. As what one? Is this Pikachu? Someone brags, that's not even... Our chairman is very vocal about Pokémon. Was his text written for Pokémon Yellow and then put in... That doesn't make sense. I chair the Pokémon fan club. I've collected over 100 Pokémon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokémon. So, did you come to visit to hear about my Pokémon? Yeah. Good, then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it's stunning, kindly, love it, hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly, spectacular, ravishing. Oops, look at the time. I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. Make room for this. Oh boy. We have officially gotten to the point where I can tell you about bag space. Welcome to Generation 1. You have a limit on how many items you can hold in your bag at any given time. Added on top of the fact that your bag doesn't have pockets for different types of items. You can hold 20 items at any given time. Once you pass 20, it's time to start putting things in the box. This is something I'm going to just start doing between episodes, I think, just so I have a pretty good idea of what's in my bag and how many items I can pick up. Because, yeah, we aren't going to be using all these items at a time, but if you don't stay on top of it, you will run into an issue like this, where you just straight up can't really pick up any items because your bag is full. And if you're used to modern Pokemon games, you just aren't keeping track. Okay, I have 8 items now. That's more manageable. I recommend you keep on top of this once you finally hit that 20 for the first time, because, yeah, this will be annoying. Oh my god. Is he really gonna make me listen to him talk again? Oh no! Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. The bike voucher. Oh my god, exchange that for a bicycle. Don't worry, my Firo will fly me anywhere. So I don't need a bicycle. I hope you like cycling. Alright, time to walk all the way back to Vermillion City. Let's go! Back in Vermillion City, after getting the bike voucher, we want to head down here into the bike shop. Oh, that's a bike voucher. Okay, here you go. Unfortunately, once we get the bike voucher, we can no longer activate the instant text in here, but, like, you know, it's good to have a bike, because we finally actually unlocked a faster mode of travel, and this is going right to the top of the inventory, and Pokeballs need to stay near the top too, but the bicycle is the only faster mode of travel in this game outside of Pokemon Stadium 2's GB Tower, where you can unlock a mode that allows you to run the emulation at 2 to 3 times the normal speed. This is definitely faster. This is about the speed that running shoes would normally get you in a Pokemon game, from Generations 3 and up. It unfortunately changes the music to almost universally be worse, I think, than most of the town themes in this game, but it's worth it for a faster mode of travel, genuinely. But the bike is an item that basically always needs to remain in the inventory, which means our already limited bag space has now been reduced from 20 to 19. Yeah, that's a little rough. You also can't ride the bicycle indoors. It makes wild Pokemon appear much more frequently. There's some weird places where you can use the bicycle, like down here, but not in the rooms that connect the 2 sides of the path. And unfortunately, since there's no way to register items in this generation, you do need to just go back into the menu every time you want to activate it, which is why I personally would recommend keeping it at the top. But hey, it's just nice to have a faster way to get around. Unfortunately, the music does not stop when you leave and enter areas in Generation 1, so I hope you like this song. We are going to be hearing it a lot. I will try not to use it too much, but I mean, how I don't know what you're expecting of me in a Generation 1 Let's Play. As we can see, the gym this time around is blocked off by one of these bushes, so we can't get in until we get access to Cut. So, if we head over here... Vermillion Harbor. Let's head down. We did get a ticket to a cruise ship, so this would probably be where that is. SS Anne is a famous luxury cruise ship. We visit Vermillion once a year. You sure do. Welcome to SS Anne! Excuse me, do you have a ticket? Flash the SS ticket. Great! Welcome to SS Anne! This song is nice, but I'm used to hearing a version of it that they made for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire that's slowed down and I think is generally overall better, so it's a little jarring to hear this version. The passengers are restless. You might be challenged by the more bored ones. We head into, I believe, this room. Nope, this is the wrong room. I travel alone on my journeys. My Pokémon are my only friends. Well, you just sound like a peach, dude. Gentleman wants to fight. Okay, well, I wasn't ready to get into a battle, but... I mean, who am I kidding? I have the type advantage here. Annabelle is gonna destroy this thing. I wasn't not ready, I guess, but... I just was not expecting to get into a battle this soon. My friends! You should be nice to my friends! If your friends didn't try to burn my pangolin, then that's a weird sentence that I didn't think I'd be saying. I'm sure one of these cabins is the one I'm thinking of. Is it this one? Waiter, I would like a cherry pie, please. Okay, it's not this one. Okay. So in most Pokemon games, including this game's remake, you have a room to yourself where you can heal. That is not the case here, so I guess stock up on potions. I think this is a worthwhile investment. Super potions are pretty much a full heal right now, and that's what I want if I'm going into an area that's pretty far from the Pokemon Center. Okay, anyway, we already fought the first guy, but there's a lot of trainers to fight here, and that's a lot of experience. I will warn you now, if you leave this area after, like, getting the only thing we need to get from here, the ship will leave and we will be unable to enter, unless you leave by getting your entire party wiped. The boat won't actually leave until you leave the area through the main entrance, but I don't know, getting a full party wipe seems pretty unlikely. I mean, it's pretty easy as long as your Pokemon know literally any status moves, but I think you know what I mean. I am going to be fighting everyone, and as a result, probably cutting out a lot of battles here, just because I don't want to miss out on that experience for Annabelle. Humph! You rude child! I wish to be left alone! Get out! True. So while I am going to be cutting out most of the trainer battles here, there are a lot of important things here that I'm not going to be cutting out because they're items that I think you should pick up. I don't think there is one in this room. I always travel with Wigglytuff. Poop, poop, poo poo. Very awesome. A cruise is so elegant yet cozy. I've never been on a cruise, but I don't think I could handle it. Bonjour, I am the waiter on this ship. I will be happy to serve you anything you please. Ah, le strong, silent type. True. Okay. In this room, there's 3 trainers to fight, but the item in here is genuinely one of the best items in the game, and if you don't pick it up here, you're missing out for the entire playthrough, so be sure to pick this one up. 2 more. I guess I can skip that one now because this guy is blocking your line of sight. I don't know if I will or not. I really don't need to fight all of these guys. Level 21! Okay, Annabelle is not missing out on the experience for this. I need to be remembering to heal between battles here. Dig easily one-shots even at level 21. It's so powerful having a level 100 move, or a power 100 move this early on. TM08. This contains Body Slam, an 80 power normal type move with a chance of causing paralysis to any Pokemon that isn't a normal type. That rules out a lot of Pokemon, but that's still an insanely strong move. There are no Pokemon we can catch up to this point that I really recommend Body Slam for, except for maybe Meowth. But trust me, there are some Pokemon that just become unstoppable if they know this move. This lady wasn't even a trainer. This cabin's next, and this isn't a trainer either.
Shh! I'm a global police agent. I'm on the trail of Team Rocket.
It's not Looker, but come on. It's Looker. There's actually evidence to suggest that he is Looker in a future Pokemon game, but I'm not going to talk about that quite yet because we aren't at that point in the series, and that's a game I might make a Let's Play of in the future. Just know there is a chance that that is actually Looker. But it is a retcon either way, it's not Looker right now. We head in here. Okay, this hallway is not required, this is not like on the main path through this dungeon, which this does count as a dungeon weirdly, but there is a max potion in this room. And my notes say there is another very important TM here, so I guess I better pick that up. Ooh. First time fighting a sailor. And he just has a Pokemon we already saw a ton of in Misty's gym. And this thing even helped us catch Mew, for Christ's sake. Ooh. Okay, this is a Pokemon we haven't seen yet, Tentacool. This is a Pokemon we aren't actually going to get a chance to see for quite a while. Acid. Okay, I've already said my praises about this move. As far as Poison-type moves go in Gen 1, it's the second best one. And that's super effective on Margarine in this generation too, so... Critical hit. Still not getting the defense drop at least, but... Yeah, okay. That was a really good Pokemon out of nowhere.
Your spirit sank me!
Ooh, I love I get to do a pirate voice whenever I see these guys. Ooh. Annabelle could have totally handled that Tentacool, by the way.
You know what they say about sailors and fighting?
No, I don't. Annabelle grew to level 19 from this battle.
Right, good fight, mate!
Are you Australian?
Want to be a sailor, mate? Want to be a sailor, mate?
The only way I can get even close to a decent Australian accent is by trying to do a Van Damme impression. In this room, Ether. Speaking of Xenoblade. In this room, there is an item. This could be the one I'm thinking of. Us sailors have Pokemon too! I am aware. I fought 2 rooms full of you so far, dude. Ooh, Tentacool! Annabelle can handle that. If Annabelle doesn't hit herself in confusion 20 times. So far, so good. And avoiding the wrap. And, of course, hit... Aww. If we were paralyzed and ended up fully paralyzed there, that would have just granted Annabelle invulnerability. Stop using Supersonic! Okay, back to wrap. Awesome. Good job, Annabelle. Taking on a water type. Well, you aren't taking on this water type. Hitcat grew to level 24. Okay, you're not bad. TM44, okay, is that the one I was thinking of? That doesn't sound familiar. Rest. Oh, that is very good. Rest is a move that puts the user to sleep for around 2 turns, I believe, but also restores half of the Pokemon's health. I think it's half, it could be more, honestly. That's a really good move. Teach it to a tanky Pokemon. Hello, stranger. Stop and chat. All my Pokemon are from the sea. Yeah, that's starting to become a theme, dude. I'll cut ahead to back when I'm on the main floor. That TM was the only real, like, important thing to pick up down here. Annabelle grew to level 20. So, if it's all the same to you, this recording went on for a lot longer than I expected it to, quite frankly, and we still have quite a bit to go of the SSN, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this episode here. Next time on Pokemon Generation 1, we'll continue going through the SSN and getting what we're here for. Very good outro, B. See you guys then.